What's going on, guys? It's your boy James, the Forex Prince, back at it again over here at Beastly Trading. Hey, look, quick question. If you're looking to be consistently profitable and see results like these, then you're going to want to watch this video and stay to the end, because I will be giving you a free strategy as well as giving away my free indicators. So if that's something you might possibly be interested in, make sure you stay to the end of this video, like, share, and subscribe, and comment down in the comment section what pair you trade. All right, let's get right into this juicy video. Now, y'all know how I feel about everything. I know I've been away for some time, but I definitely want to come in here and say that I greatly appreciate everybody that watches my videos. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the next person see the videos, and that's what we're all about here on this channel. Each one teach one, you know the deal. So first topic, let's get right into psychology. All right, so what we're going to talk about is why you don't turn trading into a 9 to 5, but that's what most traders do. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, where is it? All right, so are you a chart slave? Do you stare at the charts all day? Do you follow all pairs and sessions, and then at the end of the day, do you end up feeling burnt out? Think about it. Is this really sustainable? And then think about how you gonna feel going forward. Where's the freedom? There isn't any. All right, in your first year, you want to be spending time on the charts for sure. Most definitely, you want to give all that time. But after that, more chart time does not equal more success and profits. All right, be honest with you, it's the exact opposite. You end up throwing your money right back into the market. You don't understand how many times I've done that. So I'm come to tell you, listen, you don't want to do that. All right, let's go right into the next photo. All right, so what you want to do is you want to find your niche and enjoy life. In this case, you want to find your pair or pairs, like, not too many, but your pair, and enjoy life. Trading can be made profitable in 1,000 ways. All right, you got to figure out what's yours. Find your best market, your best instrument, and the best time, and then focus on that one thing. You'll hear me say it a lot in my Discord group that you got to lock in. I only trade one pair at a time. Don't get me wrong, I may be paying attention to AUD USD or gold or NAS, but at the same time, when I'm trading, I'm choosing to lock in. I'm not spreading my account margin all over these pairs, and then I really can't see the proceeds like I want. All right, you got to get into your dream lifestyle. You got to trade for the max 5 hours a day. For me, 2 to 3 hours, just like this photo says, and then after that, you get free to go enjoy your life however you choose. Trust me when I tell you, you'll be getting better 10 times. You will actually allow the probabilities to work out. Listen, because you repeat the same process during the same time on the same instruments, it will guarantee you success. All right, it's all about discipline. So listen, many traders struggle simply because they want to do it all, and you cannot do it all. So you have to slow it down. Choose a pair, choose a setup, and then wait for that setup to happen on whatever time frame you're choosing, whether it's scalping, day trading, or swinging. Wait for that setup. So like I said, I just wanted to go through psychology real quick because I wanted everybody to understand that, you got to lock in, got to focus one thing at a time, and then you will be successful. All right, so let's get right into the video. All right, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining my strategy. All right, and how I look at everything. You see, I'm on gold on the weekly. I'm just going to explain how I mark things down so you could excuse me, so you can see exactly what's going on. Right now, I have the Super Bollinger Bands and my Super TDI up on the screen. If that is something that you are interested in, make sure you check the description, get in my Discord, let's have a conversation, and you will get the source codes. And trust me, after having the strategy and source codes, apply what you know to what I got going for you, and trust me, this will take off for you. All right, so let's lock in. Let's zoom in. We want to look at price right now. We are on the weekly, right? So let's move it down. Give me a second. I want to move it. I got to grab. Okay, it's not letting me grab. It usually just, let me minimize. That's probably why. There we go. All right. So if you look at it, since about like March, no, I want to say October 16th of 2023, gold has been on a rampant buy. All right, rampant. And I'm talking about savage. Look at it. Yeah, I know you may not know how to get in and whatever the case is, but we'll go over all of that. Let's jump into currently right now so we can start forecasting moves. Right now, you see that gold was at a high here, right? Down here, it has given you a cross on the TDI. Green went under from this red cloud here. Red cloud means to expect sells. Green cloud means to expect buys. And I'll teach you what the lines mean as well. You'll learn that when you get the actual strategy. But still, gold rejected the high, came back in. I'm expecting a small similar bounce. Maybe it's about this green level, and I'll show you exactly what this is. So if you know how to order block trade, I'm also going to teach you how to find better entries. With this, you'll be able to get into the market at a much sooner time than everyone else. A lot of people wait for confirmations on maybe the 1 hour or the 4 hour, or maybe heck, even the 15-minute, they wait for confirmation. But if you can get in sooner than that, then you'll have a beastly of a trade. Get it? Beastly trader. Get it? All right. So yeah. So we marked 2 zones here, right? Let me lock in. This zone looks like it was a demand zone. Price came and it just played around for it. It came back to this zone, played around. But then we also got the 2 times up here that this is a supply zone. It supplied for a sell. It rejected here, rejected here, rejected here, and came back into this level. So these lines I got here on the screen is called my house strategy. I marked the low for a buy, most recent range. You see this green and red box here? These are the most recent range. This is the demand range, the supply range. This level is about range, break even, you know, where price tends to try to stick to, right? And then this is where supply will happen. If we get a rejection, or let's say basically rejection, because a breakout would mean that we would shoot for new highs, and that's just something that we're not going to do right now, especially with us touching our moving average here. Oh, let me bring it down. Moving average here. So this is this called the house strategy. Ceiling, first floor, attic. Price attempted the first floor a few times, came down, broke through, attempted the ceiling, wouldn't go, came back straight through the first floor and attempted off the basement. Now we got a clean reject off the basement, and we are to look for positions going back up into the living room. All right, that is our 2 zones. Let's drop down to the daily just to see how wicked this zone is, right? Those boxes are accurate. Look, a lot of times people ask me, hey James, why don't you do this on a daily? I've been doing this for over 6 years, and with me doing this for over 6 years, I practically see this stuff. The muscle memory is here, guys. I remember price points. So price wouldn't break right here. You see it? It say 26.49. Price wouldn't break 26.49, as well as it came up here, wouldn't break this level. So this is how we looking at price, right? Let me get the cursor. Boom. Price came up to the top, rejected, bottom, broke through, made a new high, bounced through. Now we're looking for it to either test this old previous level or break through. All right. So if we break through, okay, if we break through, then we are getting a continuation to maybe about this level. And I say here and here, right? These 2 levels, because price tended to stall up in this area. So we're looking to maybe try to get some rejection here in this area to try to shoot back higher off the, you see the channel, right? The Bollinger Bands is telling you. And these are momentum candles. So that means I am a momentum trader. And with trading momentum, I can clearly see that if I zoom in, price is on a heavy push right now. Like no wick above the candle means that momentum is solid. Wick above the candle means that the market is split between both sides of the trader. So like I said, you come down, we get a reject off this line. We had the first one here, and then we got the second one here. We're looking to try to buy from this line going back up into this area, you know. And that's basically what I'm doing. So if we were to look for an entry, I would have gotten on this candle. A lot of people wait for this candle as confirmation because it came back in the Bollinger Bands. You know what they say, engulfing in, going under. Engulfing in, going up. Same thing. So we would have gotten here. You see that down here as well. The TDI was in the red cloud, and it basically means to expect to sell. We got a sell signal about here, somewhere in this area. So that's why I said I would have taken this morning star down, and I would have been in my sell. Confirmation and alerts would have came in on this signal. You would have entered at the top of this signal here, and you would have rocked out all of this. All right, you held all the way through. Price now has to recalibrate. The Bollinger Band now has to catch up. But basically, this yellow line, so this is possible oversold. This is heavy buy. This is soft buy. This is range. This is soft sell. This is hard sell. And this is possible overbought. Price is going to bounce off this line, if not touch a hard buy line. And then that's what we do. I base my risk off these lines. So 2.5 lots from soft sell and 5 lots from 2.5 lots from the soft sell and soft buy, and 5 lots from the hard buy and hard sell area. So we're just waiting for price to play itself out. So let's go and try to map out this entry, this trade, right? So I want to show you a little bit of candle confluence. Get an arrow, point that. Let's just say we would have gotten here, right? No, let's be real. I would have gotten somewhere in this candle. So let's play Morningstar, right? Boom. Then you come all the way down to the bottom of the candle. Let's go to the line, right? Boom. Tap the screen. Now, we got our trade, right? That's marked. That is the active sell that we would have taken. You see that we would have possibly taken this trade from Thursday, October 31st to today. You would have been selling gold. You'd have been doing numbers, right? So let's drop down to the 4 hour. See what it looks like on the 4 hour. Look at the levels. Pay attention to the levels, right? I want you to pay attention to the levels. We're going to line this up a little bit more. Look where the dot is, right? Says we would have got in. Give me a second. Let me time it, line it up. 1 second. Looks like we would have got in on this candle here. And you could have seen we held down to that area. And let me see, put it back on the screen. Give me a second. We came back down to this area. So we got a sell signal from the hard buy line. Cross happened in this area, right? What's going on up top? RSI, price came out of the Bollinger Bands and came back in. You could have entered on the sell signal. That was a clean indication of the trend, and you would have just rocked it out all the way. So back down to the TDI, we got a cross in this area. Red zone, hard sell, would have came all the way down to the soft buy. Now, we going to learn more about how you take trades when I give you the strategy. But this is basically it. So price is probably highs right now above the 200 on the daily. And if it is, we are only looking to take buy trades, right? But in this case, this sell would have been too irresistible to miss. Trust me, you would have caught this sell. So price would have came down here. It's played around in this area for quite some time. You could have got out when it came down in this area and then just waited it out for another continuation of a signal, which we got here. Now this signal do throw you off because it is in the buy zone, but this was the buy signal we got. Right off the soft buy line, we got a buy signal, right? Right after, came right up here. Boom. You would have caught that and then got back out and caught this signal. Give me a second. I'm trying to put the dot down here. You would have caught this signal right there. That cross, line it up with the candle. It's right before the signal actually fired, and you would have held all the way until you couldn't. Price came all the way down. I usually try to hold until I see price come back through the bottom Bollinger Band here. And then, I close and then look for my buying position because price will come back up, whether it be to the 50 or whether it be like in between soft buy and hard buy. So price came here, right? We caught two fantastic sells down, and then let's look at the levels, right? Let's look at the levels. Look at the levels of the box. All right, we can keep it right there on the screen, right? Price bumped through this level, came back, came to this line, went back up, tested it again, broke through, came back to this line, came back to test the basement. So let's just say this is 6 feet under, came back to test the basement, played around for a little bit before shooting straight up to the living room, breaking through the highs, coming all the way back up, setting new highs, making this a point to where we can possibly think to buy from, right? This zone is the buy from zone, right? But we only trying to buy low and sell high. Sell high, buy low. Buy low, sell high. So that's this thing. You'll hear Warren Buffett say it a lot. So like I said, we got, actually put it back on the screen. Basement, living room, attic. Price came to the about was going up the steps towards the attic, came back to the basement, to the living room, and then went right back to the attic. Shot off the attic, didn't give us a clean break above this zone, and I marked that line as the high, and then it just fell back down. Came back down, played with the living room before actually giving us a break out of the living room, giving us the sell signal. And then if you look down here, you see, right, we had a sell from the sell range up here, come down. Same here, come down. Played around for a little bit, but you could have held. First exit, second exit. Be looking for the buy. Hard buy right from this zone. Right from this zone. Signal was somewhere in this area. Same thing up here. And you would have held it. Came all the way to the top of the Bollinger Band. Could have got out, which was in this area. Then it retraced. You know to look for the sell. Came back. You see it. So I'm going to just keep dropping down so you can actually see all the time frames. We are on the 4 hour now. That is our trade. Let's lock it in. So if we wanted to take this trade on the daily, we would have to come down to the 1 hour, right? So now with the 1 hour posted, you see exactly where we possibly would have got in at, right? Price came, let's zoom. Price was in this area, right? It bounced off the high, couldn't break through, gave us a good candle in, indication that market will reverse eventually. And then boom, we got in somewhere in this level over here. And then you see right here, it gave us a sell signal. Yes, this sell signal might have been in the green zone, but it is still crossed near the hard sell line. And it just fell. It just fell right back to the living room before returning back around to still play in this area. And you can see like it played in this area for quite some time. You could have caught all of these trades, top and bottoms. Came down, we got up here, and hold up, let me get it. Got another sell signal there. A little choppy down bottom, but we got a sell signal in this area as well, right off of the range line. So trend came through, bounce rejected. You could have got in and caught all of this. In order to catch a trade on the 1 hour, we would have at least needed to be down to the 5 minute. And this is where the scalps and things look crazy, right? Look at these positions. They look massive, but trust me, they're small. You see the screen zooming? They look massive, but that's just to show you, like, in between here, this box and this box, like, every box is a $2 difference. That is small. So this move was actually massive. I know the buy and sell signals are throwing you off. Let's just try to find our entry. All right, it says we would have gotten somewhere over here. Let's zoom a lot so you can actually see the trade, and then we can actually clean it up. We were looking for the next sell, which would have been, so 5 minute, hold up, 5 minute sell looks like it was actually, about here in that area. So we would have taken this sell here, placed our stop losses above here just to give us some room. Heck, even above here, but that's a little close. So I would have stretched my risk out, put it up here, waited. We got some sells in, and boom, came up. It looked like it would have hit stop loss here. But like I said, we was choosing this position off of the higher time frames. Looking at it this way would have costed you to trade. But I think if we would have put our stop loss somewhere in this area, we would have been fine. Because as you see, it only came up to that level once before tankering, right? You see, let me zoom. You see, zoom. I'll take the signals off. Give me a second. That's why I like my indicator. You can come in, come to inputs, and then you just take off buy and sell signals. And now the screen is clean again. All right, so wait, we were still plotting our trade, right? And then let's go. That's about far as I can go. So from here, about here, about Wednesday at like 6:30, we would have been in this trade for the long haul. This was, I believe, news somewhere after, and it just did its thing, man. You would have held that trade all the way down to here. Zoom in, plot it all the way down to there. Let me get it a little bit accurate. In that range, right? And then boom, we would have been good to go. It's a lot of trades, top to bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, right? We're expecting a sell. Cloud is in the red. We're just going to let it come back to soft sell before we get in and just take it. A lot of times they say, oh, if you lock in, how am I going to be able to find my my setup? My setup is here. You see nothing but tops and bottoms. Bottom, top, bottom. This is considered top, top, bottom. Look. So we're going to zoom out. I want to come to the 15 so you can look at order blocks area. Let's zoom in. Let's get us right. Zoom, zoom, right? Tap screen, scroll over, follow the red box because we're going to start from red to green. And you could just see that price played this area. That green line was a very strong level because price tended to react to that level. And that's the levels you want to mark on your screen. Reaction levels. Look, price is reacting to this level. Right? I could leave this on the screen and go for the next 2 weeks to just leave my analysis up. And then look, not in the box anymore. But then we also got when price was in the green. Look. Played around first floor. Look. Played around that line. Played around that line. Came back up. Tested the attic. Played around that line. We just would have been waiting for a sell. So let's say we would have placed the sell here. You would have just held it. Just held it. Price came and it just did its thing. Look, all the tops and bottoms off this are this Bollinger Band. Top, bottom, top, bottom. Got like there's moves, man. There's moves. Just gotta be able to lock in. So like I said, let's get you onto the strategy. Let's load back up. My favorite time frame to use might be the 45-minute with my strategy, just because like that's my trade. You can see that all on one screen, right? I had the sell, the sell, the sell, 3 sells, right? Great. Now that we see that, let's go ahead right into the strategy. I'm gonna break the details down. So if you have MetaTrader 5, great. If you don't have MetaTrader 5, then this will be the reason why you need to get MetaTrader 5, because then I'll give you I'm giving you the strategy. So just lock in, bro. Subscribe, like, share, and check that noti bell, because I'm telling you, if I have to do another one of these videos, y'all won't want to miss it. All right, so let's go ahead and lock in. Oh, another thing I wanted to go over, right? So let's say you wanted to set up alerts in this system. Let's come back. We're going to turn back on the buy and sell alerts. All right. We now have the alerts on. I take a lot of my trades from the 1 hour, but like my positions, they all here. We would have did like this, right? Let me see. The three dots to let you do it still. Add alert on Super Bollinger Bands right here. And it pops up like this, right? You want to make sure that you have Bollinger Bands. The TDI will let you do alerts as well, right? So you want to make sure it's set to Bollinger Bands. You want to make sure it's to set to once per bar close. So it basically means the candle that the alert will fire, when that candle, like when that buy or sell signal close, that's when it'll push the notification to your phone or whatever the case may be if you have those setups. Like in comment down in the comment section if you don't have that set up to have these notifications come straight to your phone as text messages, and I'll teach you that in the next video. So like I said, you want to make sure it's set to buy or sell. Each one has its own levels here, right? And it's giving you a little bit of rules, what to do: secure, make profit, trade goal 100% pips. So I try to make my profit that I want by 50% of my TP. My original TP is 100 pips, or just 100 points, or just $100. So like I said, it got in everything in. So all you got to do is literally just come here, hit that, boom, buy, one for buy, one for sell, done, right? Next one, we come to Super TDI. Super TDI is a little bit different. So what I would teach you to do is you want to go about this level. You want to take, right? Let me get the actual thing. Let me go to TDI, and we want to get things. So I think it's bears and MA. Bulls and bears. Cool. All right. So we want to set an alert on the TDI. TDI, we want whenever bulls cross. Give me a second. You want to make sure you hit that Super TDI as well because it's 2 for 2. Whenever bulls cross bear, so you got these settings and all that. I don't use none of that. Whenever it's crossing bears, you want it to send you an indicator, right? Once per bar close. This way it's confirmed. A lot of times, though, you could just do once per bar. That means at the start, this is why I would have it. I would have this fire at the start and have Super Bollinger Bands fire at the close. So you got two notifications. So let's say it go TDI, then Bollinger Bands. That's confirmed. That's confirmed. Now, there is a way to get this to automatically do it for you, as well as to copy a copy trading to this paper trading account on TradingView. So it just does it for you. All right, I have to put in all that code, but we'll have it. This won't fire stop losses and take profits. I would still put a name here saying pre-signal, and then for the Super Bollinger Bands, I would have this one set confirm signal, and then you see it got the buy information as well as the sell information. The entry is going to be open wherever it fires at on the next candle. Stop loss is going to be the high, and then your TP is going to be the low. So we chart with 1-to-1s here more than likely, but a lot of times it's like 1-to-2s, 2-to-2s. It varies on where highs and lows is. So like I said, that's that. I just wanted to come in and show you those notifications. These are two indicators. They can set two notifications off of each other. You may get a lot of notifications because it's per bar, but you want the one that's confirmed. So we got to cross. Let me pull it back on the screen. We got to cross in this area, right? Another cross in this area, and then the signal. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Yes, men told me go. We in. All right. So like I said, let's go ahead right over to the strategy, get you these settings. Make sure you download MetaTrader 5. If you have TradingView, I'm going to show you how to go about putting my source code in, right? So wherever I send you my source code, if you're doing it on mobile or PC, you want to come look up Pine Editor, right? Inside Pine Editor, this is going to pop up on the screen, right? You don't want any of this. So what I want you to do is hold the screen, let it go, and it's going to be like copy all or whatever. But what you could do is just come here and just delete. Delete all of this, because when I give you my code, none of this can be here. Only my code goes here, and it has all of the copywriting and all that stuff in it already. And then once you hit that, it, like I said, here's my script, my Super Bollinger Bands. Okay, give me a second. I don't know why that came up. Super Bollinger Bands. Would you like to say one? No. So it starts off at version 5. Nothing else needs to be before that. If it is, it will invalidate any of this code. So you have to make sure that you delete that stuff first, then paste in my code, and then you want to hit, it's going to say open or add to chart, wherever the button may be, and then you're good to go. So like I said, let's go ahead over to the strategy and get you locked in. All right, and this is the strategy right here. All right, same thing that you've seen. Yes, I have a third indicator on my screen, and yes, it is the third indicator that I will display at the end of the video. It's called the Advanced MACD. It's basically color coded to teach you and show you everything that, you know, the MACD should, being that the MACD has been out for X amount of years and it has not been updated. I did the honors and updated it for you. Welcome to 2025, because this is where we lock in at. All right, so like I said, that is my indicator. That'll be the third confirmation here on the screen. You will get those settings as well, but you do not need them because you have the indicators. And if you have the indicators, you'll have the strategy. So we are on the daily here. Let me go over the strategy real quick. I want you to first put a moving average on your screen for 200, 4 pixel, make it orange, right? Next one, I want you to come up here and get a blue 50, make it simple, 4 pixel. Same thing, I want you to get a 9 moving average, simple, 4 pixel, throw it up there. Then I want you to go ahead and get fractals. The only reason I'm not adding Bollinger Bands is because when you're on MetaTrader, too much on the screen is still too much on the screen. And I'm trying to keep it simple. If I have the indicators over in TradingView, sending me the alerts, then I don't need the Bollinger Band up here, because then I still have it for my TDI. It's not like it's going to change too much, but I just want to make sure of when I see is highs and lows. So that's why I have the fractals. Throw that up there and make them yellow. Your first indicator for the TDI has to be the RSI. You're going to set it to a 10 period, and then you are going to come in there and make these levels. 1, 2, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels. All right. 25 is hard buy, 35 is soft buy, 65 is soft sell, 75 is hard sell, 88 is possible overbought, 12 is possible oversold, and 50 is range. These levels I have tested trial and error of understanding where price may reverse from or push through. And trust me, more than likely, these levels are insane. So like I said, that's your first indicator. Make sure you get all your levels. It has to be a 10, has to be a 2 pixel, and has to be green. Then we're going to come and add a moving average to that. So what you do is you hit the little thing here, and then make sure you choose moving average. You want to make that a 5. You want to also smoothen out the period, and you want to apply it to the first indicator's data. Make it a 2 pixel, make it red, and you'll see what that looks like. That's when the green crosses the red on the Super TDI on TradingView. Same thing happens over here. Now, we add the Bollinger Band down here because we need the TDI as accurate as possible. I need to be able to spot highs and lows, not only on my top chart, but as well as my bottom chart. We're going to make this a 34 period, meaning my Bollinger Band strategy will look 34 candles ahead and 34 candles behind, and consider its volume and market flow and volatility. That's what I want. The 1.750 deviation is to expand it in the areas that matter and contract it in the areas that don't matter. So you'll know instantly if there's volume and volatility just by looking at my Super Bollinger Bands or setting up this Oracle strategy here. That's the name of my strategy. It's called the Oracle because she's always watching the market and I'm always able to tell exactly what's going on. So like I said, those levels, those boxes, remember I keep those levels and boxes all in my mind so I don't have to double chart up on 2 screens. After that's done, the MACD indicator is basically 35, 5. You want to blacken out the main, make the signal line 2 pixel red. Then you want to come down here and add the awesome oscillator, and you just want to make the values up and down red and green so it matches. And then apply that to chart. So once you hit save, it'll bring you all over, and your screen will look like this. So you see, right? Price, let me get it down here. Price was at a low on the Bollinger Band. It bounced off a range, and it shot back up to the top of the Bollinger Band, giving us a clean buy here on the screen. Right up under, you would have got in. Fractal said this was the low. You could have got in at this candle and bought all of that until, give me a second, until the Fractal gave you a new high up here. Gave you a new high, could have sold. Boom. Caught this. Gave you a new low. Boom. Could have bought, sold. So like I said, this is the active sell that we are in. We had price come about at the hard buy line, you see? Hard sell, so we would have sold from here, boom, because we would have had that cross, that bounce just off the RSI, and then a cross actually happened somewhere around the soft sell and hard sell line, which been about, let me see, get out of here, would have been about this level-ish, somewhere in between here. We would have got a signal. Let me see, in between here and here, we would have got a signal. So here we would have got in and just rolled all of this out. Price looks like it's bouncing off the soft buy line, so this is a good opportunity to understand that price is rejecting the 50. This is my rejection line. I'll show you. Zoom out. Come back in. We're on the daily. Price is above the 200, so we're only looking for buying positions. Came above, came down, tested the 50, bounced, came back down, tested it, and it's bouncing again. So we're looking for another bounce to try to push up, but if we reject and get a push up above this level, then we're looking for a deeper sell. Somewhere, some people, they are expecting it to come down to about 2300 range, somewhere in this area. Let me see, I'm gonna try to mark it. Somewhere in that area. They thinking price will come down here. I think price is going to come about in between here and here. So I mark my levels. So it looked like 2500 and about 2374, somewhere in this area. That's my zone to look for possible buys. So I need price to break this 50, come down back into this zone for me to get a better price at when I want to buy. Buying from here is trash compared to buying from here. Even if it comes back to this range, that's cool. Buying from here is better than buying from here. Sell high, buy low. Basically the strategy. So like I said, I just wanted to give you the strategy, show you how to use it, show you how to better your entry. I showed you exactly how to draw up order blocks. You only need 2. You can follow the market as it goes if you got it. Like I've been paying attention to AUD USD all last year, so I could have had order blocks all over the place, breaks, new highs, lows, all of that stuff. So like I said, if this strategy hit you or you need it more, make sure you comment down in the comment section, just asking questions on how I can better help you in this situation. All right, so like I said, that is the strategy. We can drop down to time frames and you can see how it works. That's the daily, where you see us on the 1 hour. You see price came up here. Let me get that candle, the cursor. Price came up here and it bounced off the hard sell line. We would have taken that first hard sell before it came back up into our range. Remember, stop loss is above recent structure and below recent structure. So we would have taken that sell all the way down here and bounced off this line. Stop loss below here. Buy. We good to go. Rejected the 50. And then it bounced back down. Look, stop loss below everything. Let's say you'd have chose this level being your stop loss. Second time you got an entry in. So like I said, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. A lot of people are attracted to the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame is where it's at. You can catch quick scalps like this. Look, hard buy, boom, got out. So like I said, lock in on one pair, lock in on one time frame, lock in on one session, and you will get success in the results that you are seeking. I like to trade pre-London and pre-New York. If I have to, because of my trade, and there's a saying I'm going to give you, you can only be wrong once, all right? So once you realize that you're wrong, buy a ticket and get on the right bus, all right? So once I realize, like, this isn't working for me, the time frame or the trade, then I look to get out, reposition, and hold all the way up until about New York Stock Exchange lunch, and then probably the same thing for London. Around like 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm ready to get out. Around like 11, 12, I'm ready to get out my trades for New York and London. So like I said, I hope this strategy find you well. Let's go right into the video. I do have a little bit more to talk about. Like I said, if you're looking to get into anything that I'm into, make sure you check the description for my Discord link. Make sure you comment down below saying, hey, what pairs you trade and with time frames, and with, we'll go from there. But make sure you get the Discord link. Meet me over in Discord. Ask about the strategy. Get the source code. Buy premium if you need to, but if you don't, you don't need to. And then, like I said, once you get all of that, you'll get the alerts and everything, and we'll be locked in. Lock in. This is the time to do it right now. Who's home more than us, men and women, who are seeking to become hustlers in this life? So make sure you continue pressing on. So let's go ahead and get right on with the video. And we are coming right back to some more psychology training, because I just wanted to come in here and talk about the effects of having a bad mindset while on this trading journey. All right. So it all starts off with bad trading analysis. If you can't chart up too well, then learn how to do it. You should be able to chart up with just 3 moving averages and price action. Run it, then run a strategy, which should be your indicator, if not my TDI. I've given you the settings, so hopefully you run all the settings and everything, and then you go from there. But like I said, if you can't chart up, or your analysis is bad, you won't be able to form a proper economical bias in the market that you're choosing to trade, and that will lead into you doubting your own skills. Once you take some losses because the charting didn't go too well, you'll start to doubt your own skills. And then there's 3 things that happen, right? There's 3 things that happen once you start to doubt yourself. They may not happen all at the same time, but it's a process, and it will happen, right? You'll have little to no emotional control, so you'll be revenge trading. And a lot of times you'll hear me say, get it back in blood. I don't mean revenge trade. I mean, you understand that you were wrong, right? Correct. Now, get off that train, purchase another ticket, and get on the right train and go in the right direction. It's just that simple. If you can't do that, then you closing your laptops and mobile devices for the day. We don't need to be in here blowing money. We don't need to be in here messing up accounts. So I need you to just stay focused, lock in, apply a little discipline, because the next thing that happens, right, is you start to revenge trade right after the little to no emotion. You see it's right here on the screen. Revenge trade. That's the little head, right? Then all the rules and things you set to get yourself where you need to, you start taking unnecessary losses that start to eat from either the profit or the account. Remember, you always want to protect the account at all times. So we are to risk 1% to about 2% until we get to about 10% on the account. Heck, 5% sometimes if you're really good, and then run that 5% profit up. If you lose the 5% profit, toodaloo. It is what it is. It was just profit. You still have your account to give it a second go. It's better to lose profit than to blow accounts. All right. So like I said, after you lose emotion in the market and you start revenge trading and not following your rules, you'll get deeper into revenge trading, which turns to fear of missing out trainers, FOMO trades. And you don't need to be taking FOMO trades, because those FOMO trades will make you go against your bias. It will make you go against your psychology. And then after these trades pop, you will hate yourself. I do not want you to hate yourself and quit this journey. This is an awesome journey, and I can't wait for you to dive deep in. All right. So like I said, if all of that happens, then it leads to you having impulsive trading. You buy off of your emotion. You sell off of your fear. You don't need to be like that. You don't need to be like that. That is why I'm giving out my indicator. That is why I'm giving out my strategy. And that's why I am nominating my strategy as one of the best strategies here on YouTube. And like I said, if you have my strategy and you've traded with my strategy, or even back tested and forward tested, and you see its accuracy, comment down below and say, he's not lying. Because trust me when I tell you, I've been using this same system for over 6 years. I got the videos on YouTube to show the proof. When I started making this strategy and understanding everything, it's all here. It's all here on my channels, on my journey. Like I said, I really just wanted to come on here and explain that, get that off my chest. I know I've been away for quite some time, but trust me, I am always staying busy. You just will not see me on here constantly making videos where I am, feeding off of somebody else's content or talking about articles and things like that. No, I'm here giving y'all what's real, what's now, and what's promised. All right. So like I said, if this video hit you home, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you check that noti bell so you don't miss no more updates. And make sure you also read the description. Get my Discord link so we can find out a way to give you my indicators. All right. If you don't want the indicators, take this video back, slow it up. I'll make sure to jot the times down in the comment section and the description so you'll be able to jump to wherever point you need to in the video. Like I said, I greatly appreciate you for watching this. I do have one more thing to show you, and I will not steal your time too long. I just want to show off the indicators a little bit more and show that, you know, exactly what I see. Let's go check that out for a little second. All right, I'm back. So like I said, you see I got the Super Bollinger Bands and you see I got the Super TDI down here. I am going to take away my Super TDI and I am going to come in here and add in my Advanced MACD. With that, you'll see that it looks like this. I want to show you how to make it yours. All right, so with that being said, we are going to take out the signal line, the crosses, the buying, and the sells, right? And then it'll look just like that. And then when it looked just like that, you want to make that line come across. There's one more line here that I want to get gone, the zero line. Take the zero line off. You want to get this as straight as possibly can. You want to tap that. You want to hold this. Hold up. I think it's like tap now and then drag. And you want to get that down there. Bring that up. Let's zoom in, right? Let's zoom in. We're on the 1 hour, right? Look. It turned red in this area. That's right at the start. That's the Advanced MACD stands for I believe it stands for acclimation, convergence, moving averages, and divergence, or accumulation, something like that. But still, I want to say it's the ATR, convergences, moving averages, and divergences, which is basically, you know, the points where market tends to reverse and it shows you momentum. So if the M don't stand for moving averages, it stands for momentum. Right here on the screen, you see that we were given sellers momentum before we were given the buyers momentum. And look at it, it's lining up. We got a buy signal in the buying momentum, 2 confirmations. And this is just all you got to do, all you got to set. I do have alerts on the Advanced MACD. It's very similar to the Super Bollinger Bands. You just select buy or sell, and it goes from there. You say you have premium, and you have all these indicators at the same thing, right? We all come up to the 4 hour, and we look at it, right? A lot of this, you'll see. Look at this green. Look at this buyer's momentum. We're in the green cloud. Should be in the red cloud. Back in the green cloud. Right? Then we got some red over here going on. Got some red going on over here. Look. The seller's red. Boom. We got a signal here. Up here. Let me look. Up here says we would have entered in that area. And we would have held. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So like I said, if you're interested in getting my strategy, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and check that noti bell because I will be dropping more gems. So, you know, with that being said, I greatly appreciate you guys. I love you. Thanks for watching my videos. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.